Hello, Patrick Walchuk here with an update on the Ottawa real estate investment market to the end of February 2026. And it's a year-to-date numbers that we'll be giving you, and we'll be comparing it to year-to-date for 2025. So let's get right into what happened in the multi-unit market in buildings that have 2 to 4 units in them. So it's been quite good so far, a little bit surprisingly in this category. Basically, sales have more than doubled over last year. We've had 31 trade hands so far this year compared to 14 last year, which is an increase of 121%. In terms of prices, we're basically flat with last year though. Call it $909,000 compared to $906,000. But like the rest of the real estate business in the non-investment market, properties are taking longer to sell. In this case here, these 2 to 4 unit buildings are selling on average in 84 days compared to 59 days last year. So that's a bit of a good news story if you're selling. Now, in buildings that have 5 or more units in them, again, typically in Ottawa in a typical year, you have maybe 22 to 26, 27 of these buildings trade hands, not a great amount. So, so far this year, we've had 3 compared to 5 last year. So it says it's down 40%. That's a big number, but obviously it's only 2 buildings. In terms of the average price, these 3 properties on average sold for $1,682,000. And that's a decline of almost 25%. Wouldn't read too much into that because of the low numbers. You know, it's not very statistically valid. But here's a really interesting thing. In terms of how long it's taking these larger buildings to sell, in this case, this year, 323 days, almost a year. So last year they were selling in 162 days. So, sorry, that's my phone in the background if you heard that. And what I've been seeing is that last year was quite a significant change, and I think a lot of sellers took a while to adapt to it. You know, we had cap rates of 4%, 4.25, and they creeped up to 5, in some cases over 5%, which means prices were lowered. And I saw a lot of buildings that would start off at one price, and over the course of the year, you'd see 2, 3, up to 10 price reductions before it finally hit what was market value. So that is, kind of shown in the number of days on market. Anyhow, thank you for watching.